Hey everybody, I am Taylor and I'm the Stargate Guy, where I talk to you about everything and anything Stargate. Welcome to another live stream discussion. We're going to be talking about the quantum mirror. The quantum mirror is seen in Season 1 and Season 3. It was used to save the freaking Earth from the Goa'uld Apophis, but it's never really talked about or really even seen after that, apart from one other episode. So we're going to talk about that coming up right after this. All right, everybody. So, one of the subscribers contacted me on Facebook. Yes, I do have a Facebook page. You can go to facebook.com/the Stargate Guy, or just type in the search bar the Stargate Guy. It's pretty easy to find me. And you can message me on there. That's actually one of the best ways if you want to have a conversation with me about Stargate, about your idea, about anything really. Or you can email me at thestargateguy@gmail.com. Anyway, so longtime subscriber Nicholas Yates contacted me on Facebook, and he said that he saw an interesting post on Reddit that he wanted me to look at. On the Reddit Stargate, there's a post by Pop Culture Nerd 13 days before this live stream, and it says, quote, "Hey all, well, while rewatching SG-1, I remember just how little was stated about the quantum mirror. And sadly, since it was destroyed in Season 3, the characters never had a chance to fully study it. With that said, I have questions and some possible answers that I'd love to discuss with all of you. For one, we know the quantum mirror was made by the ancients, but we don't know why. For one, we know the quantum... no, I read that already. Given that it was found in the Milky Way galaxy, my instinct is they built it in the hopes of another reality developing a cure for the plague. Also, it seems that all the quantum mirrors seem to be identical in size and shape, given that it is highly unlikely that every alternate reality would develop identical-looking quantum mirrors. I think the ancients might have made a device similar in idea to their seed ships for Stargates that jumped from alternate reality to alternate reality and created identical quantum mirrors. One thing that I can't figure out is how did the quantum mirror end up on Camille, which name of the planet? Do you think the ancients built another outpost there, or were the people of Camille also a bunch of tech hoarders? Anyhow, I'm just curious to know all what you think of these ideas." Well, Pop Culture Nerd, I will tell you exactly what I think about these ideas, and then it will be up to you guys in the chat down here to or over there, I guess it is, to let me know what you think about this idea, and then afterwards we're going to do some Q&A, and at the very end maybe some channel announcements. We'll see how it goes. There's some pretty exciting stuff that's coming up on the horizon that I want to talk to you about. Anyway, so the quantum mirror. Well, Pop Culture Nerd, one, you're wrong. You are very wrong. The Stargate Wikia is wrong. First off, you said that, for one, we know the quantum mirror is made by the ancients. No, we don't know that. The quantum mirror is not made by the ancients. There is no freaking evidence to support that. In fact, there's evidence against that the ancients have even freaking made the dang thing. So let's start with the look of the quantum mirror for one thing. So the quantum mirror itself, it's all weird, jaggedy shape. It looks really nothing like ancient technology. And the guess that it was made out of Naquadah, that was a pure guess. Daniel said, this looks like it could be made out of Naquadah, and suddenly that's fact? That is in fact. That is a guess. He was guessing that it was made out of Naquadah, and you know what? It might be made out of something else. We don't freaking know. Secondly, the remote control. If you look at the remote control of the quantum mirror, it does not really look like ancient technology. Ancient technology tended to be more, I don't know, clean cut than that. It tended to be more of a helpful, usable shape. It did not have like this weird gel-looking stuff in it. I mean, come on, it does not look like ancient technology. I mean, what other piece of technology have you seen the ancients put in gel bits into it and have this tiny little remote control thing that you have to like barely touch it in order to dial up alternate realities. We do know that ancients tried to experiment with alternate realities. They also experimented with alternate dimensions, all kind of crazy freaking science thing. So I get the assumption that, oh, it's unexplained technology. It must be the ancients. But you're wrong. There is no evidence at all to support that it was made by the ancients. We don't even know how it works. We don't even know what it's freaking made out of. The best thing we know is that if you move it to the left or move it to the right, you can dial in an alternate reality. And that's it. We know how to use the remote control, okay? I know how to use the remote control on the TV, but if the TV logo was freaking covered up, I wouldn't know who made the damn thing. And that's what's going on with the quantum mirror. We don't know who made it. So the question then becomes, who did make it? So I have a little theory about this after watching the episodes and that feature the quantum mirror and looking at the design of it. I have a crazy theory. So contradict me over here if you think I'm wrong or if you think I'm right. So my crazy theory is that the people of the planet P3R233, which is where the quantum mirror was found, that they are the ones who made the quantum mirror. Now, bear with me on this one. Looking around the planet of the quantum mirror, and I wish I could like show you guys on the live stream the video. I don't know how to do that, so I'll edit it in and I'll repost this thing. Anyway, on the planet that the quantum mirror was found on, we saw, looking all around, that these people, we don't know if they were humans, we don't know if they were someone else or if they look completely different, but what we do know is that their technology was way different than our own. If you look at the research lab that had the quantum mirror and the random objects in it, you notice that on the walls that there was kind of like a computer chip looking screen, guys, and in the rubble of this base that the Stargate was in, there looked to be display screens that had different curves or different designs made in the glass, let's say it's glass, that could display information. That type of technology is way above our own. Well, I wouldn't say way above, but it's above our own. We know that with us, the idea of alternate realities is still a fairly new one in our culture. I mean, it was only really developed less than 100 years ago, the multiverse theory. The idea is that every choice that a person makes, if they choose A, it goes into a different timeline than option B. So, at any given time, there's an infinite amount of different realities, some that are extremely close to our own and some that are vastly different, where we all turned into clowns or something, and we have an entire society of clowns, and we have a clown-based culture. That is theoretically an alternate reality than our own, and then the one that the Stargate is in, and all of these other kinds of things. So, my theory is that looking at the technology of the culture, even though that it was kind of destroyed by the Goa'uld, and so much so that it was all irradiated, that culture, or that level of technology, is above our own, and hypothetically, they could have created the quantum mirror as their form of exploration. There's a reason why it is close to the gate. Now, Daniel thought it was an artifact that was brought through the gate, along with the cuneiform cone, as well as a couple of other things, a couple pieces of pottery, jewelry, that kind of thing. So we thought that all those things were brought through the gate. I theorized that they knew the quantum mirror was another form of transportation, that they developed it themselves in order to explore alternate realities, and it is located near the gate because the gate is a way of exploring this reality. The quantum mirror exploring other realities. It is a kind of a transit center or a center of exploration for this culture on P3R233 and not brought through the gate. So my theory is that with the creation, that they were able to create this device that could go to alternate realities. Then they created more devices that were exactly identical to that. They would dial up an alternate reality, hold on to the thing, hold on to the alternate reality device, the copy, touch it, go through to that alternate reality. You set up that mirror, which is a copy of the one in your reality, and you just keep doing that. You keep making copies, you keep going through to as many alternate realities as possible so that you can explore an alternate reality almost risk-free. because you don't mess up your own home reality, you mess up other people's realities. So, for example, when we rescued long-haired Sam and, Major Snakehead from the SGA, and we went in there, we contacted the Asgard for them. The Asgard came in, kicked the Goa'ul's butt off of Earth. We saved their reality with very minimal risk to our own. The only real risk was SG-1, who went through to the alternate reality. So they were able to affect and to gather intel and to gather devices, if they really wanted to, from an alternate reality with almost no risk to their own civilization and to their own culture in their own reality. So it's kind of like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty go to alternate dimensions. They can do as much crap as they want, but it doesn't really affect their own reality and their own little timeline. It's kind of the same idea, except a Stargate version. Now, in the room that has the quantum mirror in it, one of the things that leads to the idea that all of those were brought through the Stargate is that they were all tagged. And that these objects are being cataloged and studied, and that they were all brought through the gate. I theorize that the idea of cataloging is that they came through that area, was brought straight through the alternate realities, and that the stuff that was brought through the Stargate came to a different location. They wanted to keep them separate, and they had some kind of readers to know what reality they were in. So if you set up this alternate reality device in a dozen different labs, let's say, you want to make sure that you can dial your own. You step through it, you scan the tag on the mirror to confirm what reality it is in. If it's in the wrong reality, you dial it one way or the other, because they would know how to use it. Touch it, go through, yep, I'm back home in my own reality. Life goes on, and I brought this really cool artifact for us to study about ourselves or ancient cultures, that kind of thing. So that would explain why all of the mirrors look alike, why all of the mirrors are in that location, apart from a couple where it was brought to the SGC, and one that we saw where it was on a beach. Because, we are talking about alternate realities. All kinds of different things can happen. And we don't know exactly where this facility was built on P3R233. It could have been right by the beach. We don't know. That's the thing. But as far as it being ancient technology, as far as it coming through the Stargate, I don't think that was the case. I think it was developed by the culture on P3R233, and they used the cataloging system to find out what reality they were in, so they could explore the universe and alternate realities virtually risk-free and bring back all kinds of cool stuff to their own reality and to their own people to study and to find out more about themselves and the galaxy as a whole. So let me know what you guys think about this theory. Let's go to the comment section now, or the live stream comment section, and see what you guys think about this theory. I could be completely wrong. I have no idea if I'm wrong or if I'm right. There's really nothing in canon that I can see that would go against this theory, but I do see things that would go against the ancients building it theory. So let's look at the comments here. Hey guys. James Fry, hi. Silent Killer, yo, what up? Hey, Grandpa's Place, hey, Grandpa. Yeah, James, you made it to the live stream. Good job. James Fry, if the ancients didn't like time travel, I don't think they would have made the mirror. That's a very good point. The Council of Atlantis absolutely hated the idea of time travel because that's messing up their own reality. I could see how they could have approved the quantum mirror because you're messing up other realities and not their own. But you're right, there is definitely a precedent that they had rules against that kind of meddling with time. James Fry, again, the mirror would be useful for finding enemy university or universes for ZPM use. Yes, you could totally try to find ZPM through it. There's all kinds of things that you could do with it, but General Hammond ordered it destroyed in Season 3 before we really got to be able to have control over it and be able to use that in order to find alternate realities for a bunch of cool stuff that we can take and help use with our own fight against the Goa'uld. Hammond kind of shot himself in the foot, but he thought with the risk and, he doesn't want to be saving every single Earth. So that's probably why. Hunding 1978, choosing different cereal in the morning to make for parallel universes. Mind blown. Totally. If I decide to eat Fruit Loops instead of Chex this morning, alternate parallel universe. Let's see here. Larry Yost, hey, glad you're geeking out. Glad to have you here. Alester61, in the scene you're discussing, I would have loved to seen something from Star Trek. Yeah. And theoretically, that's possible. Theoretically, in a parallel universe somewhere, what is playing out in the Star Trek universe is actually happening. So it all depends on what degree that you dial into that universe. And if you're able to find that parallel universe, you can go there, grab a tricorder or a phaser, that kind of thing, and bring it back. That's a really cool thought. I like that. Silent Killer 733 sounds plausible. The Ancients didn't build everything. You're right. The Ancients didn't build everything. People give them way too much freaking credit. But they were, as Jack said, damn litterbugs. Grandpa's place. The controller for the quantum mirror reminds me of the controller for the doorways to the moon. Furling, maybe. Well, yeah, in that you need a key in order to make it work. As far as it being similar looking, they're not really similar looking. The controller for the portal for the Furling Paradise in the episode Paradise Lost with Mayborn, I think that was season 6. That was more of a stone looking guy and not so much a kind of futuristic metallic gel padding kind of stuff. Yeah. Huntington 1978, maybe you explain it, but how would the alternate universes but how would the alternate universe would be materialized, let's say, in a lifeless universe? Well, that's the thing with the alternate universe. If you have that one mirror and you can dial it through, you can potentially see that universe, but you won't be able to come back. So you can see, exactly what you're tapping into in order to go forward. Or they could do what we do, and they would have sent probes to alternate realities first to see the viability of it, and then take a quantum mirror to the other side and drop it off and move on. I could totally see that. We just don't know if inorganic matter can activate the machine and go through the portal by itself, or if it needs that organic component. Then again, that can be bypassed with an organic sample on the tip of a probe that could touch the mirror and bring along this machine to check out what the viability of the alternate universe is. Chokai, how about the furries made the quantum mirror? They would definitely be able to. Not sure if they actually would do it, though, since not much is known about them. So Chokai in a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that, pretty soon. I'm making a racial profiling about the furlings and exactly what we know, no theory parts, just exactly from all of the different episodes, what can we gather? Because there's already theories about who they are and connecting it to that. There's so much intrigue and there's so much belief and there's so much of a willingness to say, oh, it's either the Ancients or it's the Furling. We just don't know. That we do know some things about the Furling, but as far as the quantum mirror goes, I don't know. I really don't know. As far as matching it up with the technology for the Paradise Lost episode, they don't seem too similar, but we just don't know. Raven Fighter, hi, glad to see you. Eugene Wirtz, the mirror did not really match any ancient tech, more like Furling or even Nox tech. Again, we don't know. Nox, we don't really know anything about Nox technology except for the fact that they do have a great invisibility cloak, and there's a theory about that and the Ancients that's coming up that was suggested by a viewer, which makes total sense. I never thought about it, but once I did, it makes total sense. So that's going to be coming up eventually. But as far as Furling and Nox technology, we don't know. It doesn't seem like something the Nox would do. They're more of like, hardcore hippies. So I don't know why they would go to other alternate universes and try to get stuff. I mean, it doesn't really seem like their MO. James Fry just used the multiverse drive from Stargate Atlantis to get the mirror from one universe and bring it back here. Yeah, it's possible. But then again, that technology was really unstable. So there's a reason why so many, Stargate teams died aboard the ship in that episode. There's a very good reason for it. Amelia the Geek, what about the race that took control of Carter? That seems to be pure electrical energy. They were probably corporeal at some point. Which race are you talking about that took control of Carter? There was a couple. Yeah, so I think you're talking about the episode where it was basically a computer virus that took over Carter and that was inhabiting all the probes and everything at Stargate Command. As far as we know, that's a completely artificial development. It seems like it was a computer virus that gained sentience and that run amok. So I don't know if it would have the capacity to build something like this. They didn't really know anything about the Stargate at all, and just having a probe go through wiped out a good chunk of their society. I don't really think that they would have the capacity to do that. Grandpa's Place, the patterns on the stone look a lot like the patterns on the controller in the mirror. Or for the mirror. The patterns on the stone look a lot like the patterns on the controller for the mirror. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, they go together. Chokai would love to see a racial profiling about the Furling. Looking forward to it. Well, good, because it's going to happen. Huntington, 1978. The Simpsons did it. Totally. Blame Homer. Homer created the quantum mirror completely by accident, and it was brought through all of the alternate timelines, and, Bart used it to terrorize the Nelsons in every single universe all the time, and not just his own. All right, so I think that's it as far as the how it works. I think we've come to a decent consensus just with the person on the live here. If you're watching this later, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about who made it and what you think about this theory. Now, guys, let's move on. Do you have any Q&A at all? Any questions about Stargate that, you can try to stump me with? Or with the channel or anything like that? Let's try to do a little Q&A. And then I want to tell you about something. I think we might have time, and we can go along. Java beans. Homer was looking for more donuts. Yeah. Chokai, for as far as tech potential goes in Stargate, the quantum mirror sure did have a lot of potential to increase Earth knowledge. It totally freaking did. Totally did. And one of the things that, it was stored in Area 51, apparently surrounded by 20 Marines, judging from the response time. But, it was sitting in a warehouse in Area 51. Nobody was doing anything with it. No one was studying it. But it really did have a tremendous amount of potential. Miranda Beard. No, don't go. Well, thanks, Miranda. I'm going to stick around. If you guys have any questions, that would be that'd be awesome. Let's see here. Trevor Green. Crystal that took control over Jack. What about it? See, to me, that was kind of a boring episode, really. Crystal that took control over Jack. Crystalline entity that shocked a whole bunch of Goa'uld and to made copies of themselves, and because of that, the Goa'uld put them all in a pit and destroyed all of them except one. And Jack, had a copy made of him, and we got to learn a lot about Charlie and Jack's former wife. But I don't know, that was a brief synopsis of the episode. Electra61, love the channel, love the beard. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you like the channel. Grandpa's Place. What was in the box that changed the Prior's mind? I believe you're referring to the Ark of Truth. As far as what exactly is in the Ark of Truth, we don't really know for sure, apart from the fact that it was the unequivocal knowledge and belief created by the other form of ancients. I forget the name right now, but the scientist ones who became the ancients put that in there to basically imprint upon a person's mind how origin was completely wrong and science in their belief was completely right. So that, I think that's what you're referring to. In which case, that could just be a big freaking neural imprinter in a box with a light bulb. We don't really know for sure. However, that might be a good idea for a video. Dustin Beard. Dustin, thanks for the $2 super chat. I will take your money. Wow, thanks, man. If you guys want to donate to the channel at all, you can do the super chat in the chat. I think it's on this side. Right down there, there's a little $sign next to a smiley face. And you can be like Dustin and be awesome and do a super chat and help the channel be sustainable. One of the things, I also set up a Ko-fi account. Ko-fi is kind of like Patreon, except it's more like, in my mind, it makes more sense because it's like giving buying a creator a cup of coffee. You can do, as much as you freaking want. You can do a reoccurring donation every month, or you can just do a one-time thing. It's completely up to you. I don't expect anyone to do this. It is very helpful, though. The trouble with the audio, if you look at the Chloe episode, that was terrible. The solution of that did come from an anonymous Ko-fi donation. So that was a big help. Just one cup of Ko-fi can make a difference. But thank you, Dustin. You are awesome. But yeah, Ko-fi.com. There's a link in the description below if you're interested. Let's see here. James Fry, what was the power source for the mirror? Don't know. There's probably an internal power source that was created into the mirror, or the rock-looking stuff around it could hold the residual energy in order to activate the mirror. But we don't really know. It could be that the outside of the mirror was created by Naquita that was charged with enough energy to power the mirror itself. We don't really know. But it's in there somewhere, and it was destroyed along with the mirror by General Hammond, which was a horrible, horrible mistake. By the way, if you didn't see the last live stream, this isn't beer, by the way. This is soda. I make it myself. Just in case you were curious. Eugene Wirtz. I actually do not think SGC would have used it to gather ZPMs or whatever, or anything really. They never would have done anything that could harm another race, even in another reality. Yeah, but the NID would, in a freaking heartbeat. The thing with the SGC, and one of the things that we love for it, is that they do have really good morals. They are the typical heroes. They don't want to cause any harm to anyone else, even though they accidentally cause harm to a whole bunch of other people. But, the NID, they are really living up to the actual mission of the SGC, which is to obtain advanced technology to help fight against the Goa'uld and other unforeseen aggressors. I could totally see them getting authorization in order to use the quantum mirror, if not the SGC. And we do know that there is a legitimate side to the NID and not just the secret stuff that Mayborn was in charge of and screwed up. But yeah, that's what I say to that, Eugene. Alistair61, one exclamation to the Ark of Truth is that Mr. Burns is the only true God. Freaking Simpson. Miranda Beard, hey, the money was for me too. Oh, hey, thanks, Miranda. I love it. I had to give Dustin permission for it before he could. Gotta love the wives. Well, thanks, Miranda and Dustin. I really appreciate that. I really do. It makes a difference. One of the things that I find super interesting looking at the analytics of this channel is that like 99% of the viewers of this channel, the Stargate Guy, are men, which surprises the heck out of me. Because, I mean, there was some very powerful female characters within Stargate. It's appealing to not just men. I mean, you have some science and action. You have all kinds of things in there. But I'm kind of surprised that, you know, there's very few women that are watching the Stargate Guy. But you are really appreciated. I love it. You know, Stargate's for everyone. It's not just for people who have a certain set of genitals. Let's see here. Lazarus 2. Any remember how much the Stargate increases the power given to it? 100 times. I don't know. So we do know that the Stargate itself is a superconductor. And eventually I'm going to do a How It Works episode on the Stargate itself. And the DHD. Those are two separate videos. So we do know it's a giant superconductor. And we do know that it can hold enough residual energy in order to dial and create a functioning wormhole one time after it was fully charged. As far as increasing the power given to it, I don't really know. I don't know. There's vaguely something in the back of my mind that rings a bell. But I don't really know. Interesting. James Fry maybe had a built-in GPN. As far as the mirror, I doubt it. I don't really think of a place on the mirror where it would fit a ZPM slot. I don't know. Chokai, I wonder if the ZPM was Ancients only tech or tech before they slipped up into Ori and Ancients. It would seem as with the timeline that the ZPMs were just ancient technology. Like for example, the Dakara super weapon, even though it isn't a super weapon, the Dakara device probably has a ZPM or two in it. But that was created after the Ancients came back to the Milky Way galaxy after they fled Pegasus. So I don't know why we never checked that. There was a whole bunch of things that we never checked into. For example, the database that got downloaded into Jack's head twice, that had some kind of power reserve, but not enough that would like sustain it forever. Just enough to get it downloaded and have like that backup battery for a detection device. So I don't think that had a ZPM. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could have gone back on, and I wish we did. But apparently we didn't have time, and there were better storylines that the writers wanted to create. Alistair61, I completely agree with you. Love Carter as she is strong and smart character. Yes, she is. She's freaking Wonder Woman. Except like more realistic. Miranda Beard, Dustin, and I were watching The Other Side, Season 4, Episode 2, and we ended up getting into a heavy discussion over the ethics behind Jack's decisions until he mentioned to execute Tilk. Thoughts? The Other Side, Season 4, Episode 2. Shoot, I need a picture to refresh my memory. Let me look that up real quick on Stargate Command. Season 4, Episode 2. This is a little embarrassing because usually with the episodes and with the name, I can get him right on. But come on, I know I'm doing a live stream, but work with me here. Oh, that one. Okay. Yes. So season 4, Episode 2, The Other Side. Yes, that was with the Nazis essentially. And the ones that had all sorts of different advanced technology that they were willing to offer everything to Earth in exchange for heavy water, which was used to power their shield so they could kill the breeders, the people who weren't all Aryan, essentially. That wasn't even a subtle parallel with the Nazis. That was just, you might as well just put a freaking SS on the collar. And anyway. So the ethics behind Jack's decisions until it was mentioned to execute Tilk. or to exclude, tilt. Sorry, not execute. Exclude. Big difference. um, ethically speaking, I think that Jack was a freaking idiot up until the end, and he really realized what they were. I don't think it really occurred to Jack that they were all a whole bunch of Nazis. I think what he saw was that his friend was being really, really freaking annoying, and he was going to blow a awesome deal that would accomplish their mission and save the planet. And Tilk didn't or not Tilk, but Jack didn't really know anything until really the end when he got a little suspicious. And then after seeing that he was blowing up real people and seeing the people in the cockpit, if you freeze frame that, the cockpit that he smashes into, that you have both a white and a black pilot. And I think right there, not the killing real people, but who he was, that really snapped and put it all together for him. And really realized, oh crap, we're dealing with Nazis. And that's really when he changed his mind and he kind of downplayed it when he got back to Earth. So I don't really think that he was unethical. I think he was a freaking idiot. I think he didn't listen worth a damn till the end of it. Until, Sam came back and said, hey, General Hammond said it's okay to ask questions. That Daniel doesn't have to shut up. So I don't really know. Yeah, there was kind of an ethical problem there at the end. They made the right decision, in my opinion. Because my opinion is that the U.S. fought against the Nazis for a lot of really good reasons. Not just, Hitler was overstepping his boundaries, but, all kinds of different things. And with the whole idea behind it. And so I completely agree at the end of breaking the technology, not doing anything with them. Because if we give up who we are in order to get technology, then we lose who we are. What makes us human, what makes us, us. So I think he made a very good decision at the end. But during the episode, I think he was just an idiot. Oh, I have gotten way behind on the comments here. Oh, well, maybe less behind than I thought. Dustin Beard, the other side of the conversation. I think we should have let the Nazi race do what they wanted with the heavy water, and we get their technology, not our problem, what they do with the heavy water. Dustin, I would say to tidy that up and to really expand upon what I was saying before, we sacrificed a crap load, and not just in a couple years. We sacrificed a crap load of lives, of blood, of money, resources. An entire generation went in to work together to fight against the Nazis in combination with an entire generation of now some of our closest allies. And we all came together and we all agreed that that philosophy was not okay. Even in America, where we have freedom of speech and where people can believe whatever they want to believe, so much so that we do have a neo-Nazi party in America. We do have people like the KKK. We do have people on the opposite side of the spectrum. But when it comes to there's a difference between freedom of speech and freedom of belief, and imposing that and imposing your beliefs on others. And what was going on is that we as a society and almost as a world, at least in the Western world, agreed that philosophy and those actions cannot be brought in. They cannot be imposed upon others. You cannot round up a whole bunch of people and throw them in a camp and let them work themselves and starve themselves and gas them and all kinds of different things. That is just not acceptable. So I think that we would be betraying ourselves by supporting a government that was doing the exact same thing. Even if it was just defensive technology, they are still doing what an entire generation of the Western world fought against. It'd be a massive betrayal of ourselves. So I'm glad that the tech got lost, and they got crushed in rubble, and Hitler's son, for lack of a better name, because I can't remember his name, got crushed by rubble, because we would have betrayed ourselves, and we would have become completely different people. Yeah. Anyway, let's. Well, that got kind of heavy. Let's see here. Let's move on. Matt, do you think a throwback spin-off series of Stargate to the Ancients battling the Wraith in more depth and the events, I think he meant leading to the Ancients' destruction would be possible / a good idea? Oh, crap. Oh, what? I'm okay. Matt, I think it is possible in that it could theoretically be done. I don't think it will be done. I think that if we do get a continuation of Stargate Atlantis, that we may have flashbacks to that time period when we discover more, kind of like we did in Stargate Atlantis in the beginning, where we found out more about the history of Atlantis itself, when we had some flashbacks and we went into time or whatever. I would love to get to know that stuff better. We do have some basic information, but it would be nice to learn more about it. As a standalone series, I don't think it wouldn't do it, because the audience would have a hard time relating to it. Us as the hardcore Stargate fans, we totally would, but as the average person off the street, knew or barely knew anything about the Stargate franchise, getting down and watching that show, I think it would be less relatable, because you don't have people in modern day that take the place of the audience in the story and that can move on and be the heroes. That's more relatable than an entirely different species, even though they look like us thousands and thousands of years ago. I suggested a single series of Ancients versus Wraith storyline, or a single season. That was Lazarus 2. I don't know if the money would be there, guys. I really don't. I don't think the money would be there. I mean, we got to be realistic. As much as I would love every freaking storyline that we could possibly imagine in Stargate to come out, realistically, the money would have to be there, the quality would have to be there, the story would have to be there. And I think in the end, those are all the things that really matter to us as a community. So I don't think with that Ancient versus Wraith idea, I don't know if all those would be there. Nuke, the other side of the fellow that played Odo from DS9. Yep. Hitler's son was Rene. I always mess up his last name. Rene Dugembois or something like that. Anyway, Rene. Nice guy. Really nice guy. Good actor. Good actor, bad character. Let's go down the comments here. There's more about that episode, but let's not talk about that episode. I feel like I'm getting way too preachy and like go America kind of thing. And we have our own problems. Really. Hey, it's your guys from the Netherlands. Awesome, welcome. Oh. Apparently something's going wrong with the stream here. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can fix this. All right, guys, hang on. Oh, wow. Okay, how are we doing? Is that better? All right, is that better as far as the stream goes? This is only my second one, so I'm still learning how to do this. Seems okay? Sweet. Looks good here in Australia. Hey, all right. All right, wonderful. We are back in business, baby. It's like I almost know what I'm doing, right? Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Um, still new to the live stream. With the live streams, by the way, despite having that problem, I'm planning on doing a live stream the first Sunday of every month, 9 a.m. West Coast time in the U.S. That would make it noon on the East Coast, and 5 p.m. in the UK, and I think 6 or 7 p.m. in Germany. And Australia, I don't know what the hell it is. It's somewhere in the middle of the night for you guys, I think. Um, I'm sorry, Australia, but your time zones suck as far as me doing stuff. So I'm sorry. But yeah, first Sunday every month, same time, right here. We're going to have a nice general discussion about all kinds of different things. If you have any ideas for what we should cover in the future for episodes, let me know in the super chat, or not the super chat. Well, you could do that too. In the chat section or in the comment section down below. Let me know what topics you guys want to have cover in the future, and we can totally talk about those. It's 3 a.m. in Australia? Holy crap, son. Nuked. You are awesome. Wow. 3 a.m. I am so sorry. uh, oh, and 6 o'clock here in Germany. Dude, Alistair 16, you're in Germany? That's awesome. By the way, looking at it, okay, so you guys are freaking amazing. Okay, all honesty, it astounds me. It just flat out astounds me how many people there are all over the globe that are so passionate about Stargate that they watch this channel and that they comment and they subscribe. It is freaking amazing. I think the 5 biggest countries the viewers. There's the U.S. at number 1, the U.K. at number 2. I think Germany's number 3. I think Australia's like number 6. And then I can't remember. Oh, shoot. I think it was. I can't believe. Canada, I think, was number 4. I know. English speaking countries, mostly. US, UK. Maybe Australia was number 5. Australia. Germany, I know, was definitely in the top 5. Anyway, it's astounding. It is absolutely astounding how many of you guys there around the entire world It's incredible. It blows my mind. I love it. I freaking love it. I was talking to a subscriber in Macedonia on Facebook, and it's awesome. You guys are amazing. Anyway, yeah, I keep bragging about you guys to my other YouTube friends because you guys are so cool. Let's see here. Or I didn't know anything, or Chokai, or I didn't know about Destiny since it was built on Earth. Yeah, that's true. That would make sense that they didn't know. Oh, wait. That was the answer to some of the questions someone else had. Lazarus 2, I'd be why I never sent an Ori ship to go to Destiny and take about a month with the ZPM, 4 months natural. Yeah, basically, Chokai is right. Destiny itself was created on Earth a long-ass time ago and was sent out, and it was after the split with the Ori. So the Ori wouldn't know about it. They didn't even know what galaxy the Ancients went to after they left theirs. Another one from Dustin Beard, Season 3, Episode 10 and 11, where the Ancients come back to Atlantis. Okay, so you're talking about SGA. How come they never used that platform in the middle of the gate room again? Never even seen that pedestal again. It could be that they used the pedestal again. It seemed like the pedestal was really only there to give control of Atlantis, like as the primary leader, to someone else. So when the commander of the ship arrived and placed her hand on the pedestal, that gave control over to her of the entire freaking city. So after the Ancients all died, it is very possible that they used the pedestal again to transfer control over to Dr. Weir, or they kept it under the Ancients' kind of username, and they were able to manipulate and control things without the head person being there. Which is more likely if you think about it, because more systems got activated after the Ancients were there. They turned on a lot of stuff. So it makes sense that the pedestal in Atlantis, then it was never again, because they just operated under her username, basically. Dragon Mage 967, longtime subscriber. What's up? Well, Stargate is awesome, and I've been enjoying every video since I found them. Awesome. Thanks, man. Glad you're here. Lazarus 2, end of Season 10. Yeah. End of Season 10? Season 10. So, Stargate SG-1? But the platform that they were talking about was in Stargate Atlantis. I think Season 3. I think it was Season 3. But yeah. So, yeah. Oh, Season 3, Episode 10. Yeah. Okay, alright. Sorry, apparently I can't read. Alright. Well, guys, so I think that's it as far as the questions go for now. You can always leave more in the comment section down below. I do actually read the comments, and I write back as much as I can. Wait, what? Wow. Okay, sorry. I just got distracted. Nuked. Hit a kangaroo at 75 miles per hour on a motorbike. And that shattered his leg. Holy crap, dude. Like, talk about an Australian problem. Oh, wow. Hit a kangaroo at 75 miles per hour on a motorbike. Holy crap. You're lucky you didn't die. Anyway, sorry. I saw kangaroo in the chat over there. I just got distracted. Anyway, kangaroo. Yeah, everything tries to kill you in Australia, apparently. That's why, it became a prison colony. Anyway, so I think that's it for the Q&A. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any more. If you have any ideas for the next live stream, let me know down there as well. As far as what's going on with the channel, I'm going to make another video about this stuff, but I want you guys to know, since you're live and you're freaking awesome because you're live, is that with the channel, I now have a Twitter account, twitter.com. I am at the Stargate Guy. Pretty easy to find me. And I'm also on Facebook And now Facebook and Twitter is where you're going to find out stuff like this ahead of time. The day before, I'm going to let you guys know, hey, I'm going live tomorrow. I'll give you little peeks and little updates about what the next videos are going to be like. So to find out that kind of stuff, as well as in the future, Twitter especially is going to be very, very handy, because next month, here's the big thing that I want to tell you guys. I'm really excited for this. Next month, September 14th through the 16th, I am going to GateCon. GateCon is the all Stargate convention in Vancouver, British Columbia, where Stargate, SG-1, Atlantis, and Destiny and all that was created. It's the biggest Stargate convention anywhere. It's the first one anywhere. And so I'm going to GateCon September 14th through the 16th. If any of you guys are going to be there, that would be freaking awesome. I'd love to meet with you guys in person. I have just put in, I'm going to get my own little table. So I'm going to have my own little Stargate Guy table there, and going to talk to a bunch of people at the convention. I'm going to film a whole bunch of stuff there. I'm going to film the convention for you guys. There's even the possibility where I will be able to sit down with some of the special guests, the actors, the producers, the people that were on the show and helped create all of the different Stargate shows. There's a possibility of me sitting down with some of them and interviewing them for you guys. So as far as if you want like live updates about that, go to Twitter and Facebook now. Twitter.com at the Stargate Guy, Facebook.com / the Stargate Guy, and that's where you're going to get all of the news and stuff in there. It's going to be freaking awesome. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. It's going to be hell on my pocketbook, but you know what? It's totally worth it. But yeah, so I want you guys to know that. So go to Twitter and Facebook and log in there, and you'll find out more about that stuff as it gets closer. And while I'm actually there, I'm going to be tweeting all kinds of different things. It's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to Comic-Con, but I also happen to know this is like, I don't know if it's top secret information, but it's kind of secret information. MGM is working on a special project at Stargate, or at GateCon. They're working on a special project. I don't think I can say anything more. I don't really know too much more, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. So I might be able to meet some guys who are working on that special project and talk to them, because that would be awesome. Anyway, I am so excited. I'm excited, really. Let's see here. So that's the biggest channel announcements. The other big thing was the Ko-fi thing. If you would like to support the Stargate Guy and make it more sustainable, that would be awesome. Because you guys are amazing. I don't expect you guys to, but if you want to buy me a cup of coffee to help keep me going, you can go to Ko-fi or ko-fi.com / the Stargate Guy, or click the link down below if you want to donate to the channel. You don't have to. I'm not begging you to. But if you would like to support the channel, that would be freaking awesome, and you guys would be amazing. Anyway, it looks like some of you guys are excited about the GateCon idea, and it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it. Also, while you're here, in a couple weeks, I am making a video about Stargate tattoos. Tattoos that are seen in Stargate and tattoos that fans actually get. So if you have a Stargate tattoo, if you're thinking about getting a Stargate tattoo, or if you know somebody with a Stargate tattoo, send me a picture of it and send me the story about why you got the tattoo or why your friend got the tattoo. I want to know, and I want to incorporate that into the fan video coming up. The videos with the channel are changing as well. What I have been doing, I've just been doing the crazy theories, the how it works episodes, the racial profiles, and the character profiles. Those were the main four. I'm now doing the live streams, first Sunday of every month. I am now doing, I'm going to start doing top 5 lists. The first top 5 list is coming out on Wednesday, and that is the top 5 Jack O'Neill episodes. Not Richard Dean Anderson episodes, but Jack O'Neill episodes. I'm also going to start doing fan stuff as well, hence the tattoos, and link that to the fan stuff. So if you guys as fans, if there's some really cool things, I met a couple of awesome fans on my last road trip down in California. I met one guy with a bag full of awesome freaking goodies. All kinds of different things. So if you guys have any ideas that you would like for top 5 lists, for fan stuffs, for fan videos, for anything at all, write them in the comment section. Go to Facebook and message me. Go to Twitter and message me. Let me know what your guys' ideas are, because this is not just me here with this channel. This is all of us. All 3,400 and some odd people at this moment, and what will be a hell of a lot more, because us as a Stargate community is awesome, and if we want a continuation of Stargate, we as a community need to get together and show MGM that we will make it work for them. And on them, it's going to have to be profitable, and if they have thousands of people saying, hey, take our money, damn it, they will listen, and they will keep going with the Stargate franchise. Anyway, so that's I think that's all the stuff with the channel and with all of the awesomeness today. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. This live stream is going to be posted on the face, or not the, well, I guess I'll post it on the Facebook page as well as on the YouTube page. First Sunday every month right here. And until next time, I'll see you on the other side.